hanggang ngayon, more than 2 weeks na po ang nakararaan. Hindi po, ibig nyo sabihin, hindi pa po nyo na-check.
Namamatay na yung tao ng gutom, hindi na makapaghanap buhay. Wala nang ani, wala nang pagkain. At ang DOE ay nagbabakasyon. Tama ba yun? Namamatay na yung tao ng gutom, hindi na makapaghanap buhay. Wala nang ani, wala nang pagkain. At ang DOE ay nagbabakasyon. Tama ba yun?
Mr. Chair, hindi po nagbabakasyon ng DOE. I mean, we work from 8 up to 8 in the evening, doing meetings and doing everything that we can do just to keep our country sufficient in supply and monitor the prices. All of them are working even harder now than we kahit ano.
Dapat lang po, dapat lang. But how does DOE manage the crisis if half of its personnel is away? Kahit i-zoom mo pa yan nakatakot-takot, kung nangangalahati lang at 2 araw lang, yan lang talaga maaasahan. Anong klase yan? Lahat ng gobyerno, 4 na araw. Ang sabi ng Pangulo, 4 na araw. Ang private company, wala ngang tapang na magsara kahit 1 araw sa nervyos dahil ang sama ng kalagayan natin. Bakit kayo 2 days?
2 days, ma'am, because we are aware that we have to save energy and electricity in this. From the get-go, we wanted to
Sa
push.
sobrang saving naman ninyo, Secretary Garin, hindi naman yata tama na walang pumapasok yung mga oil stakeholders, lahat ng umaasa na makabili ng mas murang langis, walang mahagilap sa DOE. Wala raw katao-tao sa PNOC. Wala daw tao sa ERC. Ano ba ito?
Mr. Chair, the bureau that's OIMB, that's downstream, that's there all the time, even on weekends. PNOC is there also. ERC is there also. All the personnel na dapat nag-handle ng mga frontline natin, nandyan, Mr. Chair. Those that are not in the office are continuously working. These are all, we have had a system of e-signatures, and this is not lang. I'm sorry, pero hindi po I mean, you can see naman kung anong pinanggagawa namin over the last 8 weeks. It is not because they are at home and they are not doing anything or nanonood lang ng TV doon or hindi nagtatrabaho. We can show it in our accomplishments, Mr. Chair. Lahat po sila overtime yan. Hindi po nagtigil ang trabaho dahil work from home. The objective of work from home is not to stop working. It is to become more efficient. Ngayon po, we are trying to save for the country para
Hindi ba sinabi ng Pangulo na 4 days? Bakit kayo kinalahati pa yung 4 days? Hirap na hirap yung mga pumupunta sa DOE, magpapapirma sa PNOC, walang tao. Andito Section 3 mo Eto the DOE shall implement a hybrid work arrangement whereby officials and employees shall render 2 days on-site work per week. Ibig sabihin, wala sila doon. Sino naman ang magtatrabaho? Sinong pipirma? Sinong kakausapin? Sino mag-a-approve ng kinakailangan natin kapag ganyan? Kaya pala, pag nagtatanong kami, wala na kayong sinabi, kundi pag-aaralan, i-review, babalikan, pagmimitingan. Kasi nga, 2 days a week.
Mr. Chair, PNOC is a GOCC, so I cannot speak for them, but I'm speaking in behalf of the
Pareho rin po.
But all contracts are all on deadline, Mr. Chair. Wala po kaming lahat po ng mga service contracts. They continuously, we only have 30 working days for that to sign, and those are signed before the 30 days. Lahat po ng meetings, we are still ongoing with that. Even our oil companies, our bulk distributors, everyone po, minimit po yan. Wala pong tigil po yan. Even on Friday, we have, I have 6 meetings with all the LGUs and that doesn't stop us from working. Just the fact that baka sa iba po pag work from home di sa magtatrabaho, pero eto po yung DOE nagtatrabaho. I don't know what the arrangement is with PNOC.
Secretary naman, paano pipirma ng mga permitting na sinasabi nyo na accelerated hybridization? Paano pipirma ng iba't ibang mga renewable projects? Walang tao dun sa opisina.
We're automated, Mr. Chair.
Pambihira. Hindi naman online yung approval eh.
It's online, Mr. Chair, because of the EVOS.
Hindi po. Marami po nagre-reklamo. In any case, I think that this memo that the lead agency will work as a mere 2 days a week in the face of this crisis is reprehensible and incomprehensible. Talaga naman habang ang taong bayan ay hirap na hirap, ang ating mga mangingisda ay naghihikahos, ang presyo ng pagkain at ang langis ay hindi ubus maisip, abay walang pakialam ang DOE at sila ay nagbabakasyon 2 araw sa 1 linggo ang pasukan. Yun lang ang masasabi ko. Maraming salamat po.
Mr. Chair, hindi po kami nagbabakasyon, Mr. Chair. We work very, very hard. I mean, all our USECs have individual assignments. Sa power, naayos po yung power. On the supply side po, non-stop po yan, paghanap ng supplier. On enforcement, our offices, even though wala kaming tao, pinupuntahan po lahat po ng mga reklamo. It's not stopping the work, Mr. Chair. Our efficiency is even higher now because we are, despite the fact that we are work from home. Hindi po na titigilan yan. If there are applications for service contracts for renewable energy, that goes through EVOS, and all of that is on time. Those are applications we comply with it with the legal requirement that it has to be finished in 30 calendar days. Wala pong deemed approved yan kasi bawal po yan sa DOE. So we are doing everything on time, and if there are applications, our frontliners are there. Naka-assign yan na dapat kung may nag-apply po ng gusto nilang bagong gas stations, the office of Director Rino is there, and they're actually practically there 7 days a week because of all these problems, Mr. Chair.
Secretary, I have no desire to argue with you, but the facts are evident. There's only a 2-day week as far as DOE is concerned, at saksakan ang dami ng reklamo mula sa iba't ibang sektor, higit sa lahat ang sektor ng langis. Yun lang. Kaya siguro kung maaari, balikan kaya natin itong memo ng ating Pangulo na 4-day on-site. At least man lang yung DOE. Bigyan ng konting diin itong krisis na hinaharap ng ating bansa.
Secretary Abad, na-check nyo ba after 19 days kung totoo po yung mga data na present nung nakaraang pagdinig?
Yes, Mr. Chair. Actually, if we talk about Rotterdam, that's still Brent, no? And prices, ang European kasi nakapeg sa Brent prices. So, ganun pa rin kamahal. But Mr. Chair, for example, PNOC now has been buying, ang presyo niya talaga is very expensive. We buy it through, for example, the first was Petro Pacific with Sea Oil. The next one was the trader Vitol. This is an international trader. Second is Vitol, and then Trafigura we used also. The prices, Mr. Chair, are really elevated, especially yung premium transport and insurance. Pero yung product, it's ranging from $230 to $260 per barrel, Mr. Chair. At
I'm
yun po yung
sorry, Madam Chair. Ang sinasabi ko po, yung Rotterdam tanks in Singapore at saka yung Petronas, ito po yung pinakahuling binigay ng coordinator sa Singapore, April 10, 2026. So, April 10 siguro, Sabado lang po yata yun. Ang landed cost po ay 61 pesos. Bakit hindi po i-consider ng oil companies na doon na lang sila bumili? 61 pesos per liter.
Yes.
Ngayon po kasi ang presyo na ninyo ay 111 per liter. Paano po natin i-justify yun? Kung totoo po ito na na-check ninyo, bakit hindi po natin i-encourage ang oil companies na bilhin po ito?
Sir, we have checked also through PNOC and
Bakit po sa PNOC kayo nag-check? Ang sinasabi ko po, these are independent data. Ibibigay ko uli po yung yung sulat po ng coordinator sa Singapore sa ating chairman at itinuturo pa nga niya rito kung paano po yung gagawin. Ito po yung kanyang sulat eh. Ang sinasabi po niya, Mr. Chair, refinery tank to vessel procedure in Jurong, Singapore. FOB tank to vessel transaction procedure. EN 590 10 ppm Euro 4 DAS diesel. Alam po ninyo ito, Director, kasi ito po yung standard specification ng diesel. Nakabisa ko na po dahil sa tagal ko na pong nire-review ito eh. Ito po yung sabi niya, alam po niyo yung step 1, meron pong step 2 rito, meron step 3. Iwanan ko po para hindi na po ako magtagal. Ang sabi po niya, April 10, 2025, FOB, $800 per metric ton. O, meron po siyang 15, idadagdag po natin ang $15 per metric ton. Shipping cost po yun. At saka yung maps ng Singapore, 1.71. Makukwenta po ninyo, 42 pesos per liter lang. Isama po ninyo lahat ng local cost natin na 19 pesos per liter. Babagsak lang po siyang 61 pesos per liter. O ba't hindi po natin bilhin yun? Ano po ang Director Abad? Sinubukan po na ba talaga? Chinek mo eh. At nakita mo, sabi mo, maganda po. Talaga namang maganda. Bakit naman hindi? Last week, habang tayo nag-uusap, March 25, nag-average po ng 45 pesos to 50 pesos per liter. Ngayon po, ito, manageable pa rin, 60 pesos. Director Abad.
Mr. Chair, we need to get the whole information because if we look at the maps for last week, the FOB, as you mentioned, is for diesel is around 228, almost $229 per barrel. Now, we need to get if this difference, kasi parang ang estimate niyo po, sir, nasa 70 plus lang $ per barrel yan. So, definitely that's it's almost the miracle amount if that is the, and that will be that will really help us if that will be the import price as compared to what we have now in maps at,
Director,
at
magmula
229.
nung March 25 hanggang ngayon, more than 2 weeks na po ang nakararaan. Hindi po, ibig nyo sabihin, hindi pa po nyo na-check ito?
Mr. Chair, we need to get the contact number of the trader because as mentioned by the Secretary,
Iniwan ko nga po yung contact sa chairman eh. Ang totoo yun, alam po ba niyo yung contact na yon? Sumulat po sa chairman, nag-o-offer po siya ng kanyang tulong sa lahat ng interesadong oil companies na direktang kumuha through vessel tank structure. Ito po, iiwanan ko na naman po itong pinakahuli, pati yung step. There are 3 steps involved kung paano paano kayo makakabili doon. Bakit hindi po ito muna ang pag-aralan natin? Baka ito po ang makakasave sa atin eh. Hindi ko po sinasabi na huwag natin pag-usapan ng contingency plans. Tama naman po yun. Dapat meron tayong pananggalang. Pero kung titingnan po natin, meron pa naman palang pag-asa na meron tayong kukuhanan at hindi naman pala ganito kalubha. Ayoko naman pag-usapan na natin ng malulubhang problema, hindi pa naman talaga dapat mangyari pala. This is the whole point, Madam Secretary.
Yes, Mr. Chair. We'll get the bureau to get the data and talk to the oil companies, Mr. Chair.
So, Mr. Chair, for the record, I am again submitting to you the steps provided by the contact in Singapore, including the Step 4 importation cost model to the chair na ngayon po ay $800 per metric ton. Katumbas po ng, kung isasama po ng landed cost ay 61 pesos per liter lang. Hindi po kagaya ng ibinebenta na po ngayon sa atin na mahigit na pong 120, 130 pesos per liter. Salamat po, Mr. Chair.